What's good, man? It's your boy Adrian back with another lit vibe. And I'm not sure if you guys actually I'm gonna tell you guys I'm gonna give you guys a chance. I'm gonna give you guys a second to notice anything different. Say nah, but as you can see, man, you know, kids just finally got a new couch. New couch just came in. If you watch, you know, two videos ago or the last video, whichever one, I told you guys that was coming in. It finally came, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, it looked pretty good. And like now having it, I'm realizing why it was such an essential to get it, because now it just completes everything. Like a lot of work done on the couch, like surprisingly, and I've been really like, okay, like I could see me like this on an everyday basis, man. It's pretty lit. But let's go ahead and get into this video and the reason why you guys clicked. I'm about to tell you guys how I made approximately $464,217 living in the hood. And I'm not gonna lie, it probably was actually more than that. It probably was actually more than that, you know, because this isn't counting, you know, actually now it's too many podcast watchers. I'm not even gonna tell you. But you know, I'm just throwing a number. I know I made more than this, but this is just the number I'm giving you guys, right? I know I made more than this. Remember, for, you know, the haters, the pocket watchers, you know, all these, you know, different individuals, right? It definitely was more than that. I'm just giving you guys a number. And, you know, I'm gonna give you guys, you know, the keys in how I was able to do so, right? How can one achieve such goal, you know? And first things first, this is what I'm gonna tell you guys, right? How I was able to really build myself up and really just become, you know, an entrepreneur that I am, and just, you know, be a six-figure entrepreneur living in Atlanta, Georgia now at 23 years old, right? I did not go to college, right? Well, I took one college class. I'm not sure if that counts. I took one class, but I did not go to college, right? So the first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is don't be so much in a rush to leave home, right? Do not be so much in a rush to leave home. I was still making $50,000 a month staying in my mom's crib, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, like, a lot of individuals, they like, just graduating high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And I feel like a lot of individuals will be kind of like competing with themselves. Like social media can do that to you, right? Social media, it's been times where, you know, people be posting memes on social media. Oh, such and such, you know, oh, these people probably still stay at their mom crib, or, you know, all these different things. Even whenever I was making, you know, even as I was making a lot of money, I would still see these memes and it would kind of bother me a little bit. But I just was not mentally ready to leave, because I understand, like, I feel like I'm always 10 steps ahead. I understand that things can go left, you know. Even though I was making a lot of money then, I didn't believe that I can produce for long periods of time. So I had to prove that to myself, you know. Because it's not about who got it right. It's not about who get it the fastest. It's about who have it the longest, you know. But yeah, man. So don't be so much in a rush. That's step one. Don't be so much in a rush. Like, calm down. Block out social media. Block out the haters. Block out the critics. Block out the opinions, right? You got to understand with yourself, like, okay, I know what I'm doing, right? I know what I'm doing. I'm staying in my mom's house, not because I'm slacking off, not because all these different, you know, false events appearing real, you know, fear, right? Really just, you know, I have a plan and I had to let this develop. I had to give my time to develop. I had to give my time to run it up and lose it all, run it up and fail, right? You know, if you have that luxury, you know. Thank God my mom was not one of those moms that was like, hey, you have to do this or you have to do that. Like, she was on me heavy, but she was like, okay, it's like she was trying to give me time to, you know, to find myself. So thank God for that, right? but I know everyone doesn't have that luxury. Some people, have the tradition of, whenever you turn 18, you got to get your own place. Whenever you turn 18, you don't gotta go to college, you don't gotta get a job, but you gotta get out my house. Like some parents like that, and I feel like having that mentality as a lot of parents, that is the reason why a lot of people of my color are stuck in that same cycle, because I'm not trying to throw races out there, or get any races involved, right? Any different races involved, but from my knowledge, right, this is all personal perspective, I feel like a lot of white families, they don't force their kids to grow up so fast, right? They try to give them time so they can find themselves, right? But I feel like like black families, they just ready to kick them, like I ain't gonna say kick them to the curb, but ready to get them out, but luckily my mom was not out there. Shout out to my mom, man, the real MVP, right? The next thing I would say is, all right, so as you're staying at your mom's crib, right, that doesn't mean travel. That doesn't mean get no experiences, because sometimes you have to see more to be more, right? Sometimes you literally have to see more to be more. And I would just say, get no experiences. Get no experiences, like travel to a different city, go to Miami, go to go to DC, go to all these different places. Even it doesn't even have to be super high end, right? You and a group of friends can all, literally, me and my bros, we was going to Myrtle Beach, staying in one hotel room, Myrtle Beach, whenever I was like 17, 18 years old, for Myrtle Beach spring break. It was crazy. Imagine 8 people sleeping in a room, and then it's like another 4 people sleeping in the cars that we brung. We was deep, but we was broke, Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You can't be Hollywood. You can't be Hollywood. So get new experiences. I say get new experiences so you can see more, right? So you can understand that it's real, right? So you can see it, touch it, obtain it. Then I would say, isolate yourself a little bit, right? Because since you are, at home, right? So now you're at home, you're going to have like a lot of your friends around you, right? You're going to have a lot of your friends around you, and that can make you comfortable, right? But try to stop going out so much. Try to stop, hanging with those old friends so much, right? Try to build new friends, find new friends. Try to find, people that, got a bigger vision like you. Try to just isolate yourself. Try to lock in. Try to study. Try to, hit that course. Try to find yourself. You got to isolate yourself to find yourself, right? I'm not going to lie. It was a period of time I literally ghosted a lot of people from my past, I just had to do it. I had to get myself right. It is what it is. I had to do what was best for me. The next thing I would say is work a job until you find your niche. Work a job until you find your niche. Right, because whenever you stay down and your incomes are compounding inside the bank account, it's gonna start feeling good. Because, by example, let's say you're making $400 every 2 weeks, right? And then you find a little side hustle that make a $100 or $200. Now, instead of making an extra $800 a month, because 400 times 2 is 800, right? Now you got a side hustle that's making you an extra $200 a month. So now instead of making $800, now you're making $1,000. Now it's like the income is compounding, and you can now use that $100, $200 or whatever to risk, right? It presents that opportunity to fail, to fail, to take more risk. It allows the opportunity to fail and take more risk on yourself, man. And it feels good. I ain't gonna lie, it feels good whenever you got multiple sources, because you like, okay, I got a Walmart check coming in on Thursday, right? But then I got this payment from my niche, whatever it is. I got $100 check coming on Saturday. So now you're like, dang, like it's coming in. Like you starting to see that bank account just flipping, right? And it's gonna feel really, really good. So yeah, maintain a job until you find your niche, right? Maintain a job. I didn't quit my job until I was making $5,000 a month. Just whole heart, honestly, I did not quit my job until I was making $5,000 a month. But even whenever I made $5,000 a month, I lost it and dropped to $2,000 a month. right? But then whenever I went to $2,000 a month, I had quit my job because I wanted to fully focus because I seen the potential because I was already making $5,000 a month. I seen the potential of it. So whenever I quit my job, I went from making $2,000 a month to $20,000 a month in 4 weeks. So, but it doesn't always play out like that, you know. It's different. Everyone's journey is different. And the next thing I would say, man, you have to be a self-development junkie, right? And what I mean by that is one thing is how you do everything, right? You trying to, grow in entrepreneurship, you trying to grow your business, you trying to do these things, but how is your fitness? How are you eating? What are you feeding your brain on a day-to-day basis? I'm not always just talking about courses, right? Like, what self-development are you doing? Like, what are you doing to change your thinking? Like, it's all these different things. Like, you have to be consistent in all these aspects of life, and it's only gonna make you better. Like, I'm telling you, you gotta start going to the gym. You're gonna start performing better as an entrepreneur. You're gonna start being just way more sharper. The self-development comes into play because it's not always the high end. Entrepreneurship is not just money. There's going to be droughts, so that self-development is going to kick in because you're going to still be believing, you're going to still be going hard like you're winning even in a drought. So guess what? When you start winning, you're winning 10 times more because you planted all those seeds. And it's just things like that, man. So self-development, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So you have to be a self-development junkie, man. And then lastly, get out. What I mean by that is, get out. Sometimes, as you perform, because as you doing, these things I'm telling you, right? As you doing these things, you're gonna just naturally start to outgrow your environment. You're gonna naturally just start to make more money, right? You're going harder. You're locking in. You already done isolated yourself. You compounding incomes, right? You taking risks. You starting to win. You starting to lose. You starting to win. You starting to lose. You understanding, right? You self-developing, you going into the gym, all these different things. And I'm not just talking like, this is not like something I did in a short period of time, right? I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19 years old. I did not move out. I did not leave my city until I was 23. So think about all the years of self-development, all the years, all the time, all the failures I done had within the past, what's that? That's 4 years, right? That's damn near like college. That's almost like a college degree. So this was not overnight. It may look good, it may look quick, it may look fast, but it was not overnight, man, because I had to suffer a lot. Man. But lastly, get out, because you're going to outgrow that environment. You're going to have to go to environments where people is doing better than you. That's why I moved to Atlanta, right? Because there's a lot of people I've met, there's a lot of people here that's doing better than me. And it's that old saying, a shark is going to only be as big as the tank, right? So if I'm trying to be this gigantic shark, I'm trying to make a lot of money, I'm trying to be this billionaire, this millionaire, whatever the case may be, right? I'm going to have to be in a larger tank rather than my hometown, man. But get out, take your time though. Take your time, man. Understand, you will know when it's time, man. You'll know when it's time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys for, listening to me, man. And yeah, see you guys at the top because the bottom's not an option. I'm gone.